Hey Cancerians, it's Tanisha from Tanisha's Tarot. I'm here to do a reading for you for the month of June 2019. I'm going to focus on relationships, and 3 cards or thereabouts are going to jump out to tell you a little message for this month. And then I will do some clarification just to get a little deeper into the story. Alrighty. Okay, so the first card that's out is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Now the Wheel of Fortune, it turns, and it turns, and it turns, and it turns. Now sometimes the Wheel of Fortune is in your favour, and sometimes it seems as though it's not in your favour. But for the fact that it turns, it always ends up back in your favour. So even if there are experiences that you're having where it seems like the Wheel of Fortune is not in your favour and these things are against you, it's actually guidance. It's actually, you're literally getting bumped back onto your path. You know, you've been distracted by something over here. The Wheel of Fortune will go back over onto your path. Now, it's not to say that the universe is trying to restrict you or anything. It's more to say that sometimes things that seem like they're not good for you turn out to be good for you. So if we relate this to relationships, it could seem like, lady love hasn't been around, or it can seem that, relationships that you've had or are looking to have aren't really working in your favour. However, we have the Ace of Wands that comes up straight after this Wheel of Fortune card. So it's almost like you feel a bit forlorn, and then hold on, out of nowhere comes the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is 99.9% of the time a new offer, a new physical offer, and yes, it is often of the physical kind. I won't get too rude here, but I will usually refer to this card as this is a hot date ready to happen. The wand is ready for action. This is if you've been wanting love, or if you've been looking for love, or if you've been hoping somebody would notice you. Well, it might not be the person you think, but somebody's noticing you because they are offering you, an interaction, a very romantic, physically active, even sexual interaction here. So, and this does seem to come out of nowhere, because right here you're all forlorn and, the cards are against me, and oh no, the Wheel of Fortune's not in my favour, and feeling a bit like the world isn't so great, and then out of nowhere this comes up, which is always the way that it happens. So congratulations there. Now, the Queen of Swords, this may be who you're dealing with, or this may be you. I'm really feeling like this is who you're dealing with. Now, this person is a straight shooter, can actually be a little harsh with their words, bit sassy, the Queen of Swords, she is very honest, very direct. She is in charge, but she can be quite maternal as well, but she's probably the least maternal of all the queens. She is, you'll always know what's on her mind. So whether this is a male or a female coming in, it doesn't matter. It's a softer energy of the swords. But there's still going to be a lot of sharp edges and truth here. And you'll probably respect her for that, or him. You'll probably respect them for that. I think Cancerians, sometimes they need a bit of honesty. But perhaps you'll have to mirror that back to them and just let them know that under that hard shell there is a bit of a softy heart, and just let them know that if they push you too far, you can be twice as harsh back. Anyway, yeah, so this is the energy that's coming in. Now let's have a look what the clarification has to say. Clarification, Wheel of Fortune. Alright. So the Hermit and the Four of Swords. Alright, so this is telling me you've been in a state of, following your own light, focusing on yourself, being in your own little world, and probably a bit recluse from the world because the Four of Swords is literally about like putting your swords down and just taking time out for you. So if you have been in this Wheel of Fortune, the world isn't really so great for me, my love life's not really happening, I'm just going to recluse in here, well, yeah, that's about to turn around. But these times are necessary too. These times of reflection and finding your own light are actually really important times, because that is what strengthens you, that's what makes you more you. So as when somebody does come in, like they're coming in because they're attracted to you, they're attracted to somebody who's aligned with themselves. There's nothing sexier than that. Alright, Ace of Wands, clarification for Cancer, June 2019. Whoa. Okay, so we got a few cards coming out. Alrighty, so this one is the Six of Swords in reverse. So Six of Swords upright is, travel, getting away from a situation. In reverse, this is not traveling. This is not leaving a situation. So this Ace of Wands is coming in and sticking around. It's also got the King of Swords. Oh, look, you've got a match. Yay. Well, that's telling me that, yeah, there is a likelihood of coupling up. Somebody's coming in, they're not going anywhere, and they are a good match. They're matching other energies here. So when you get like a king and a queen in a spread, that, especially one that's about relationships, that does suggest that there is a relationship at hand here. So congratulations. You both can be quite harsh with your words though, so watch that. And here's the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands in reverse. So the Knight of Wands upright. This guy can be, very romantic, very charismatic, very sexually, driven. Now, in reverse, I think that waters that energy down a bit, and in the context of the rest of these cards, I think what this is saying is this doesn't end up all about sex. It may start off with a physical attraction, but it's not all about that. And, this may even suggest that one or the other of you turns down that physical side of things, to make sure that somebody is sticking around and that they are a good match, so that's fascinating. Alright, Queen of Swords, clarification for Cancer, June 2019. Alright, you got two. So the Eight of Chalices and the Magician. Alright, so this may bring up some insecurities for you, and these words, this Queen, may say things that may bring up some insecurities, but don't you forget you're the king there, right? But the Eight of Chalices is about sort of like, setting your cups up and then stepping to the side. So it's like sort of putting it out there, yep, cool, I like you, now your move. Now, the Magician in reverse, this is sort of saying that this makes you feel like you don't have everything, in order. This reflection and this following your own light, these cards here, you all of a sudden, it knocks you off your kilter a little bit, and you're like, oh, do I have everything I need for this? And that's what happens when you meet people that are really marvelous and that like make you rise to your feet. They are mirroring your wonderfulness back to you, and you've got the King and the Queen of Swords here. So this is really, really beautiful. And you know, this insecurity that you're feeling isn't necessary. And so maybe don't play aloof. It's sort of suggesting someone may play aloof, and it's suggesting it's because they become a bit insecure. So whether that's you or whether that's them, you know, these harsh words, sharp words, bravado can often hide, like, you know, fear. And it's not saying there's full-on fear here, but it can hide a little bit of insecurity. And this is just saying that, you know, you may feel a little bit insecure, but that just means it's exciting, you know. That just means that, like, you may have met your match, you know. This is a challenge for you. Let me just get one more just to see. Oh, okay, two more. Alright, so the choice is out of your hands, and this isn't toxic, so you don't have to worry. Alright? There is no choice here, and this isn't a toxic thing. So those insecurities you're having, you don't need to worry about them, okay? There's no need for it. So that's that, Cancer. Thank you for watching, sharing and liking my videos. If you want to leave a comment, please do. If you'd like to keep in touch for next month or my monthly mini readings, click subscribe. And if you're after a private reading, use the email address below. Alrighty, happy June.